Um, One of my neighbours actually mentioned OsNosh to me. A friend over in Telford was aware of it and mentioned it to me and said, "Do you know about it?" And then because it came up on sort of like social media, local community type things, became aware of it. I was really pleased to be moving from where I was. I knew Oswestry a little bit, but I didn't have any friends here. And in the summer, new neighbours would stop and talk, but there was nothing that you could get involved with as a way of getting to know people at all. As things were starting to come back to life after the pandemic, OsNosh put out a plea on social media for more volunteers. And because I live literally just round the corner, I thought, this is it. I came along not sure what they wanted people to volunteer for, but I'm now retired, but over the course of my life, several times I've worked in kitchens, in cafes and restaurants. So I said I was happy to do kitchen work, and I come in on a Thursday. And so we cook something like, it's always over 40, sometimes it's a bit over 50 meals, which a team of people then take out and deliver to people who are housebound, couldn't get here to join in with the community meals. The benefits to me as a volunteer have been what I expected, which was an interesting day where I do something that I don't do on other days of the week at all, completely different. But there's been lots more benefits as well. It's incredibly sociable. Working in a kitchen and alongside a team of sort of half a dozen people who I see regularly, and then other volunteers who are sometimes there on the same day, sometimes not on the same day. So there's a lot of names and faces of people that I've gradually got to know more and more. Because Oswestry is really still quite a small town, so there's a real sort of community integration into the community sort of side to it. You can't help but people assume you're going to get involved with it, and you do end up getting sort of socially involved with it. And that works actually really, really well for me. I can't believe it, sort of like just turning up once a week, doing really quite routine restaurant type kitchen work, starting off by peeling potatoes for 50 portions of mashed potatoes. Has some interesting reward. And there's no shortage of opportunities for volunteering, but I think it's a case of, for me, this has been something that works for me. I enjoy the actual activity. It's literally on my doorstep, so, I don't have a car. I live on my own, so I'm only normally ever cooking for myself. And you can get into a bit of a sort of like tedious routine in just catering for yourself. And it's actually been quite good in that it's made me stop and think and try new things as well. So, an unexpected bonus.
So my name's Donna Murdoch. I'm the volunteer coordinator for OsNosh. So we have 30 volunteers roughly, and they do different things from collecting the food from the supermarkets, dropping it off, tidying the storeroom, helping cook the meals, prepare the meals, wash up. We do like to try and find something that people like to do. So it's not just about cooking the food. There's different things that people can get involved in, and people often find their place within OsNosh. We've also got our community garden up and running now, and there's people who start by coming in and having a little look, seeing what they might like, helping on the share table, and then having a look at the garden and thinking, oh, this is my place. And the volunteers take on as much responsibility as they want. Some people like to sit and chat. That's their important role within OsNosh. Some volunteers can run this share table, front of house, serving the meals. They run that, and they're very happy with that. But it's all about what people like to do. And we do we used to do about 40 meals on a Wednesday and a Friday, and that's gone up over the last few months to almost 70 meals every day, Wednesday and Friday. On top of those 70 meals that we serve to the people who come in, our volunteers will have a meal at the end of the day. It's about 200 meals a week. We do have people referred from different places, but we don't have to have a referral. Anybody's welcome to come and have a meal at OsNosh, and we do find that there's a lot of people who come because they want to support OsNosh, so they come from the offices in town and they'll come and have a meal and they'll enjoy it and they'll put a donation in the tin, and that's their way of supporting us and kind of paying things forward to somebody who can't afford a meal. And then we have people who come in because they are struggling. They can't cook for themselves. They can't afford food for themselves. So we do have a broad spectrum of people all supporting each other, which I think is lovely. I think that's great. Some of our volunteers are people that started to come in for the share table to to supplement their food budget, and they've become volunteers. So I love that kind of crossing the divide. It's not we're helping these people; it's everybody working together to help each other. Yeah. And I get a lot from it as well. The whole kind of community, people looking after each other and taking care of each other. It's a good thing. So, Jennifer came to us offering to wash up in the kitchen, which we're very, very grateful for. But actually Jennifer does a lot more now. She helps cook the meals, she works as part of the kitchen team, she makes us all laugh. She gives us all a lift. She's a very positive person, Jennifer. And she's also very willing to get involved with representing OsNosh. So we had a town council evening where the council came and Jennifer came and helped chat and help talk to people about what she does. She's a very lovely person to have around.